Welcome to today's video. I am the Hooded Lid and I have a new product for you today from McGrath. If you're new here, I love pinks. I just do. So I have been participating in the McGrath Pinkness. This is what it looks like inside. And before I do any swatches, I want to show you what the Rose 2 looks like inside. And now I'm going to hold them up together. I don't have the first one, and I only have 3 palettes from her. I have the one that has the green in it, which is so pretty. So this is what we have going on, and there are some similarities. So first, let's look at the things that are similar. We have 2 mattes in here, this one and this one. I'm going to do those first. Now, touching these, they feel a little drier, a little like sandier than the ones in the big palette. And here they are. I think in this palette I'm going to swatch this one and this one. And these are so much more creamier. So the second color under each is from the Divine Rose 2 palette. So this one is quite a bit darker, and this one is more peachy to this pink. They're not the same, but they're doing the same thing. They are playing the same role. So, for instance, if you find this color is too dark for you, unless you're just doing a big dark eye, which I'm here for, but I don't know if it works in this palette, then this one might work for you. But I think we can actually keep on going, you guys. There are golds in each. Let's do comparison swatch. Rose Decadence, Divine Rose 2. So Divine Rose 2 is brighter. In Rose Decadence we have a coppery tone, which is super coppery and very pretty. We could try it with this one. And ta-da! It actually is copper. This copper is far more deep than this one, but they're both coppers. Now I'm going to take this one. Okay, so this is really beautiful lavender shift in here. You can hopefully see the blues coming through. It's stunning. The color that you would kind of go to in the Divine Rose 2 is this one. If you remember, this has a green shift to it that's kind of insane. But if you were like me, look at that. When my arm's this way, how it's totally green, and then you lift it up. And these colors look exactly the same when they're at the right angle, and then you get the green. Now green's not so hot on me. I love green. I love green. I love green. It's not so good on me. And I didn't love that color. I understand the purpose of it, but for me, it wasn't very flattering. We can also do this mauve color just for giggles. So the mauve color is certainly bright and beautiful, but it doesn't have that pink that this one has. And the last one in here, this shade right here. And that's really very pretty. It's like a pale version of this in a weird way, because it is a duochrome. I'm definitely getting some yellow in there. Super, super lovely. And the only thing I could compare it to is this one in Divine Rose 2. So there's the Divine Rose 2, and while they don't look the same in the pan, there it is, it's hard to see. There is definitely a similarity. So, in other words, I think it's something to consider. If you did not get Divine Rose 2, but you love the idea of it, you might be okay just getting this one. This one, by the way, does not come in a box. It just has some plastic things right here that you cut open or tear off, and that's it. Opens like so. There is a mirror. It's $60 for 6 shades. I think it's $65 actually. Where this is 10 shades and it's $130. This packaging is insane. Of course, it's beautiful. I think you could probably get similar looks with these palettes. And the mattes, to me, are always the foundation. But there are similarities here, for sure. let's play. So, I have a story, as always. I went ahead and was doing my makeup and talking and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then I looked up to do my conclusions and I found that my camera was not running. So, I'm going to do an application here, but the application is going to be different than what you're going to be seeing for the conclusions. So you're going to get two looks, which is cool. This matte peachy shade. My lids are concealered and powdered, and I'm just taking a bigger fluffy brush, bigger for me, just doing the crease area and pulling it down. And I'm just going for this soft pinky peach wash. The good thing about shooting in the morning is I don't have to have the fan on. But, not gonna lie, it's getting hot, so I'm putting my hair up. And same thing other eye. And then I'm gonna go in with the copper color. I do think that you can kind of do this and this, this and this, and then bring in this to this, or this to this. Do you know what I mean? There's a couple of ways you can have fun with this palette, even though there's only 6 shades. I think they're different enough to go a couple of different directions. And I'm going to put this around the center of the lid. Now I love a gold with this kind of thing. So I think I'm going to do that as well. And the gold. Right, not exactly to the inner corner because I'm going to put that lighter pink in there, but close. I like the way that gold is going into that copper. That's really pretty. And then I'm going to do inner corner here. Back with this one for a little bit under the eyes. The Chanel liner I got a couple of weeks ago. I think this is perfect for this kind of look, and it's very subtle. Just going to do the lower rim. And there it is. I think it's fast, it's soft, it's pretty. I like it a lot. This is without mascara, and this is with mascara. I also got the Lip Shine in Boudoir Rose. Now I got this based on Kinky Sweat's video, but I think I might have mixed it up, or it might just look really different on her, or both. This is not what I expected. It's kind of a Barbie pink, and there it is. I can see how it would go with the look, with this palette. It's just, I don't know. Let's put it on and see. I'm not so sure about this, to be honest with you. It's just not my wheelhouse. I have some other pinks that I like better, like this one from Revlon. And it's a little more sheer than this one. And I have this from Chanel, the Cocoa Flash. So that's the Cocoa Flash in Flush. They're both more sheer, but also hopefully you can see the zones of pinks are different. This is really much more wearable, I think, than this one. But you know, once it melts in a little bit, maybe. I will say, it's called a balm, and it feels like a balm, like a traditional balm. There's a heaviness to it and a waxiness to it. And I don't know if there's wax in it, but wax is actually drying. There's something, no one will tell you, where the Cocoa Flash feels buttery, like it's melting into your lips. It actually feels nourishing. I haven't looked up the ingredients for this either. I'm just telling you what it feels like. This feels better than this. It's a little stiff. And for me personally, I'm not so sure about the color, but hopefully for you, I'm giving you a good representation, and there it is right there. But let's just try it for kicks with something a little less intense. So let's do the Cocoa Rouge. I just think this is more natural, more subtle, and when I look at it, I think there's a little more peach in here. So it's a peachy pink, just like the eyeshadow is peachy pink. Yeah. And just take the hair down for a full look, kind of, you know, whatever. And let me pull you in. And I just changed my light, so there's a little bit less light on me, and I think it looks a little more realistic. And eyes closed. And open. And now let's get to my conclusions. So, I guess I turned off my computer because I was going to do something like, I don't know, change something, or maybe my computer turned off by itself, so my computer's hooked into my camera, and I can stop and start and make some adjustments on my computer. I don't know if I stopped it or if it stopped by itself, and I don't know where that stop happened. So, I know all the swatches are done. I feel certain I did some of the eye. I'll just go through what I did, right? This inner third, high. This, the outer, you know, 3/4, high. Then I went in with this color, most of the lid, and then I went in with the coppery color, so it kind of moved towards that. Then I did the gold on the inner, and then I took a little bit of this under the eye. And that's what I did. My observations were thus. These are not as creamy as the things that are in this. So that's what I've done. Here are my conclusions on just the formulas. This formula is different than this formula. This feels rough to the finger when I dip in, and this feels smooth. The mattes are not a problem, and honestly the metallics are not a problem either. They're just different. This doesn't come in a box. It comes like this with a couple of plastic pieces on the edge that you can kind of cut through or pull through. It has a mirror, and then, you know, that hard plastic in the center, and this of course is beautiful, beautiful packaging. I do feel that for me personally, I'm glad I have this, and I'm going to keep it, even though I have a lot of things similar to this. And I also find, for me personally, the green in this one is just awful on me. It's just, I have not found a green that works for me. Here's the color here. As I turn, you can see that green. It just did not work for me. So, also, this darker shade, which is comparing to this shade, this is better for me, this is better for me. So it's a version you can use together. For my skin tone and my preferences, this one probably will work better for me than this one did. So I'm fine having them both. And it's going to wrap it up. I'm so sorry. I don't know where my computer and camera stopped, but hopefully I didn't lose too much, and who wants to watch me put on makeup anyway, right? Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. I hope it was helpful to you, especially the swatch portion, because it's all about swatches, right? And I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.